Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Welcome back, everybody. And today it is moi, and we're going to get a Kolobanovs. Kolobanovs? Kolobana? What is it? I don't know. Kolobanovs medal. In random battle, stand alone against at least 5 enemy vehicles. All right. Top tier, 2-tier battle. Got some 8s and some 7s. We are here on, what is this called? Himmel's Tundra Dorf, spawned in to the south. Got the auto-reloading Italian Progetto 54 heavy tank. Kind of a heavyum to some extent. Has some good speed, can get around. This is going to help me in this game a little bit, especially towards the end. It's nice to have a little bit of mobility and to kind of get in and out of danger as required. So we're going to head up to the hill with our heavy tank. They've got a BZ-176, an IS-6B, and a CS-52 LIS, which are good tanks. We've got me, a Lorraine 42, and a 274 Alpha, which are also pretty good tanks. And we got some other 8s involved in there down towards the bottom. Gonna head over to the hill and get really lucky. The thing about epic medals and having a great game, you're gonna need a little luck. Imagine had that thing pen me, I'd be 750 hit points down and this would never happen. What's about to happen anyway. But I will take it. There are 2 artillery to deal with. Full disclosure, as this is an epic game and an epic medal, at some point the Su-14, I want either he gets himself out of position or goes AFK or disconnects. He kind of disappears on us. Let's see if we can figure out when that might be. I haven't looked at this replay since I did it a few days ago. So we're going to cross. This is another chancy one. I'm wondering if I'm going to get nuked by the BZ, but I think he had just fired. So we get by, and now we take the hill, which is fantastic. We've already lost a GSOR 1008. That's no bueno, and an EBR Hotchkiss. So right off the bat, we're in a bit of trouble right here. So we'll come around. BZ has all his hit points, and what I'd really like to do is surprise this guy. So we're going to be careful, come around, and we'll sneak a shot. He's pretty busy looking at those other guys. Now, there is no sense poking again, because he will take a shot at me that time. So we're going to wait for the reload to happen. And yes, my friends, I am shooting gold. This is one of my 100 battle challenge tanks. I'm probably around 70 odd battles or so, maybe a few more. So we're closing in on the 100. I noticed the 2 guys down low. Artie notices me. Takes a little poke at me right there. There goes both their Artie. So as of right now, it looks like both their Artie are playing. I want to do a little spider tanking here if I can and hopefully not get crushed. This guy goes to the wrong spot to deal with me. He's probably bumming right now. Hey, I've been there, my friend. I get it. He misses. Very nice. And we shut him down with 3 shots. Oh, look out. Don't hit me, ISU. Ooh. All right, and the CC-67 takes a hit as well. So we're going to turtle up here a little bit from the artillery, try to avoid that, see if we can avoid getting shot in the face. We don't want to get smacked by the ISU. I don't want to challenge the fact that I got 1 bounce by attempting to challenge him to a 2nd bounce. I figure he doesn't see me anymore, so I'll take a quick poke in the bush, so to speak, and he wasn't there. So we'll head back this way, see if we can get sneaky up in some of these other bushes on this side. Maybe we can find some guys. Oh, that's a bummer. The BZ is coming up the hill, and he has proxy lit me. Well, that's no good. We talked about the altitude thing a while back, so he's coming up the hill. I think if he was down on the bottom, he would not have proxy lit me, but because he's driven up on the side of the hill, he's close enough. Remember, it's a sphere. The proxy light thing is, oh, look at that. Artie just took a stab at me. The other one takes a stab at my buddy, so they're both firing at the moment. And look at this team. This team is starting to lose. Look, if you're going to get a Kolobanovs, there has to be 5 of them and 1 of you. Typically, that means the enemy team is kicking the snot out of yours. All right, there's this guy. Oh, a little late on that. We miss him. The BZ's down below. I note that. I'm thinking, all right, let's get rid of this guy. He's got half his hit points gone. He's kind of making a push in there. Now, how do I'm going to have to spider tank this guy. I'm also considering maybe dropping off the edge behind him, but I also don't want to get nuked. This guy's going in here. We'll get him. Oh, come on, baby. There we go. Oh, no. Armor not penetrated, and I do not want to challenge that big gun, even with a snap. And he's just not going to back out. The longer I sit there, the more likely I'm either going to get artied or maybe that ISU gets a shot on me. So let's back out and look at my team. Well done, team. Bit of a comeback. It's 6-7, so looking a lot better. Looking a lot better. Now realize there has to be 5 of them alive and 1 of me. Things are going to go poorly. The other thing you know, your team has to be bad to some extent, but the player has to take a little bit of responsibility for the situation as well. I only have 1,000 damage. My team's sort of losing here. I'm hanging out up on this hill. I'm having a hard time finding shots based on where the enemy tanks are. We're going to engage this LIS right now. So we'll put a shot on him. He finally puts the first damage on me, and I figure I got to get rid of this guy. We're just going to have to come down here. He needs to go. We'll shoot him once. Back up till the reload happens. He gets me. We shoot him. Alright, so unfortunately he got 2 into me before I was able to get rid of him. So now we're down to 871 hit points. We've cranked up the damage. At least we took out a tier 8. That's useful, but the enemy team is putting a hiding on the rest of ours. I see this dude hanging around up here. See if we can get a shot on him. We missed. That's unfortunate. Artie is just flailing in there, still trashing our guys. Looks like both of them are still active at the moment. There's an IS-6B, a T-44, a full hit point Sturv, and this FSV raging around. And they're just wiping out our guys back at the cap. Look at this. We're down to 4. Just like that. And they've got 6. Math in public. Lost another one. They've lost one. They're down to 5. And unfortunately, I'm really out of position to help these guys. I should have been moving earlier than this. I'm looking for these sniper shots, but they're back behind these rocks. Down goes, see the Su-14 just killed the 103, so he shot right there. We don't get a hit on him. Just a bad shot, didn't quite know where he was. All we have is an artillery and myself, and I'm not able to support these guys very well. I really needed to get off the hill. The problem with that is, once I get out in the open, I just knew that artillery was going to have a time with me. So I was hoping I could catch these guys doing this kind of thing out in the open, maybe shut them down. And he just gets away. I didn't get lit, which was nice. I missed that the IS-6 was moving right there. That would have been an opportunity to kill him before he got to my arty. Now he's behind the rocks. And it's 1v5. 1v5, yes. Now we're going to pay attention to how many arty shots come in. This seems about the time that the Su-14 disappeared on his team for whatever reason, whether it was just driving out of position. He took 13 shots. We catch the Sturv pushing right here, and I know, right, there's one shot. I know that I have a limited amount of time to deal with this guy before I get trapped from 2 directions. I'll have a T-44, an IS-6B, and a Sturv on me, and the 2 artillery support. I don't know right now that there's only one really probably firing. So I'm going to have to take a chance and maybe eat a shot from the Sturv. I've got to get rid of this guy. And unfortunately, right now, I only have 2 shells. I did not notice that. I actually just noticed that. So I only have 2 shells. There's another shot. So that might have been the other artillery, actually. I know I'm going to take a hit, but we'll put one on him. Put another one on him. Didn't kill him. That hurts, right? 319 damage. Left him 2 hit points, my friends. That is a bummer. That is a major bummer. I only needed a slight high roll to shut that guy down. And really, at this point, I'm expecting Artie to nuke me at any point. One piece of good news about my buffoonery with the APCR is at least I shot them both and didn't sit around with 1 shell and not realize it. At least I'm reloading, and there's a possibility of getting 3 shells. You got to look at the silver lining, my friends, on your own buffoonery. Sometimes it works out a little bit for you. All right? Got the boys going by. We'll put a shot on him. I bounced that. Also, a 250. That sounds like... I think that might be one of the stock guns, to be honest. Is it a 250 Alpha? I don't know. Maybe it is. And I'm trapped, right? This is not what I wanted to have happen. This is exactly the opposite of what I wanted to have happen. I wanted to shut down the Sturv, and unfortunately I left him on 2 hit points. I also don't have any buddies to help me, i.e. an artillery, to take out the 2 hit point guy. And I'm starting to get sandwiched by the T-44. So I don't have a lot of options. I'm going to have to make a runner. Okay, didn't work. Didn't work. Got away. The IS-6 was a little bit surprised at my move, and he bounced. This is where I thought it was over, my friends. I'm like, all right, I'm coming around to the other side. Their artillery, at least one of them is probably still on their side up in the north. I figured a shot would come in at this point, but nothing. So then I started to think, well, maybe they're repositioning. So I'll run. This is where the mobility works, man. Look at this. Look how far away I get from these guys. This is absolutely perfect. So we'll tuck up under here, see if we can surprise one if they're going to come around the corner. I got 2 shells. There's that guy. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. All right, let's just go by him. Just a little bit of a olay. There you go. Make it more difficult. Is there another one coming? I don't know. Unfortunately, I'm still trying to reload. I'm going to push forward like I have a shot. Like I'm the man, right? I'll just keep threatening. They're worried it's an auto reloader. Oh, shoot. T-44 behind me. Shut him down. Okay, all I can do is turn around. He missed. He missed. Perfect. Where's the arty? I don't know, guys. It's not shooting for whatever reason. 13 shells came out of the Su-14-1. And I'm assuming he had the 203. I don't know what his carrying capacity is. I meant to look it up. But holy cow. Again, why the GW isn't shooting me might be because he's now on cap. So he went around to get on cap. Probably didn't have a shot because he was over that way, coming around to cap. Unknown why the Su-14 didn't shoot at me. But I'm assuming he's not there. And just like that, we've got 5 guys we're dealing with. Now we have 2. We got all 3 tanks. Come up and over. Good news is the Su-14 does not get on the cap, only the GW. I don't know that right now. I'm kind of expecting, here's what I'm expecting coming up here. I'm expecting that one of them is Overwatch and the other one is looking to get a light, right? I'm also expecting, there's 2 possibilities here. Either he's brave and he's sitting out in front, just maybe looking for a derp shot, or he's behind the rock. Now I realize that's kind of obvious, right? Those were really the only 2 things that could happen right there. But that's why I'm coming up and I am careful and I'm ready to shoot one in the face if they're right here, and he is not. All right, I'm also not going to go over the cap. I want to go around that rock until I can see him, so that the first time he knows I'm there is he sees me and not because I went onto the cap and gave him that SA. So we're just going to avoid the cap. We're going to come around here and we find this guy. We put 1 shot on him and we don't kill him. We get a 311. I mean, a nice little high roll would have taken that guy out. Would have needed a decent high roll, but unfortunately it doesn't happen. I'm expecting to get nuked by the Su-14 at any moment. Doesn't happen. And because it hasn't shot at me for so long, I'm actually not too concerned right now, to be honest, that he might shoot me on the cap. Just keep moving, though, right? Keep moving. Did a shot come in? I don't see a shot. We'll take a quick peek. Where is this guy? Is he coming up here? Where is this dude? I don't know. All right, so let's head to their cap then. We'll just head to their cap and jump on it. Yeah, someone just asked, why hasn't the other already shot? Nobody knows. Used to be in the past when you had cross-team chat, sometimes you would find out, somebody would spill the beans. There was a bit of a mental game with that sometimes, though. Sometimes you couldn't trust him. I used to do that. You know, say something like, "Oh, he's AFK," you know, and of course he's moving towards the guy or something. So that, you know, there was a lot of good stuff about cross-team chat. I had to be honest. I was not a fan of them removing it. I always felt like if it hurt your feelings too much, you needed to toughen up. But that's just me. That's just me. I get it. Some nasty things were said, but again, why do you care? It's some random internet guy. Anywho, I don't know where this guy is, man. I had a little bit of time to go looking for him, but I didn't want to screw this up by getting too far away and not being able to get back. I might have been able to. Really, if I had it to do again, I think I would have kept down the tracks and at least taken a peek back here. I don't think I would have dug around in the very corner, but maybe catch him over here. I don't know if maybe he's low in these bushes or he's behind one of these rocks. That would have been nice. And everyone's discussing it, why, maybe he left the game, all that kind of stuff. So I think I would have just taken a peek and came back, because you need, what, a minute 45? 2 minutes, call it that. If you get on the cap with 2 minutes left, you've got enough time. That's my math in public, caveman math. So we'll just hang out and we'll gather up the Kolobanovs. Also a top gun with 6 kills, 4,125 damage. I don't know if there's any blind shots. I don't think so. I think that was it. Interestingly, 0 assist, even though I sat up on that hill like a muppet for a significant portion of the time. I got no assist out of it. One might say I should have been assisting my team a little bit more. I think had I come off the hill and help deal with the guys as they were pushing in, even with the artillery in the game. That was a bunch more hit points there to share the load, plus the firepower. As you notice, while they were fighting, I took like one crappy shot, maybe two. So if I'd got off that hill, we may not have got to the situation where it required a 1v5 Kolobanovs. That's something to think about every time you look at games like this. Okay, great result. Nice gameplay at the end. You really hung in there and made it happen. But the question then becomes, how did we get to a 1v5, right? What were the things that you did potentially that affected the team getting to a 1v5? But there you go. I had a lot of fun. Anyway, that's how you do it, guys. You just leave your team out to dry, and then you can kill 4 of the 5 guys and get your medal. I'll tell you what, it is a dang good thing that Su-14-1 was not in the game. He could have missed, but I'll bet you he probably splashed me and could have very easily killed me with only 225 hit points. So thank you to that guy for whatever he was doing. Maybe the dog was barking at the door, or he had to go get a sandwich or make a new coffee, kind of like I need to do right now because I'm just about out. You guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for supporting the channel. We will see ya.